Welcome to episode 14. We last left our adventurers having fought against some kidnappers that had taken away Theseus and thrown him in to the carriage. This was an odd carriage, completely rubbed down with charcoal to make it look black and blend into the evening. There was Alpha falling to the ground. There was Kasros hanging underneath. There was Ray off to the side, and Dane throwing open the door and looking at the darkness within.
Oh, Alpha more fell onto a horse than the ground, but yes.
Well, yes, the horse broke your fall, but that's not the point. What do you guys want to do, or where do you want to go from here?
Well, Dane's looking at the darkness within. I'm guessing he's going to jump into the carriage just to see if maybe this is some kind of a weird portal or illusion or something.
Well, let's say you jump in, and Ray can watch you from her position, and you vanish instantly to her eyes.
Okay.
I won't resolve your thing until the others decide what they're doing.
Alpha starts by picking himself up off the ground.
All right, so Alpha rights himself.
So Kasros is probably wondering what's going on.
Yeah. I'm assuming Kasros is still hanging on underneath, like, okay, what just happened?
Yeah, sorry, there's noise on our end, but Kasros is probably just, like, underneath, like, what's going on? Like, why did the carriage suddenly move? Like, what is happening? Because he can't see anything.
Okay, so you're just hanging out, Ray's witnessed Dane disappear, and Alpha got up, and that's it?
Figure out where Dane went, like, where he disappeared off to. Cause weird.
Well, do you want to go check it out? Like, look into it? What's
Yep.
up?
I'm a follow after him, probably.
Alright, you jump in too?
Cautiously jump in.
Alright, you cautiously jump in, and let's see, Kasros being underneath doesn't notice any shake or weight change other than your initial climb up. You just are gone and is still hanging there, and Alpha is standing more or less in front of the carriage.
Alpha walks around to see the void area and goes, "Oh joy, another library!" and jumps inside.
Okay.
Right.
That's it. Go ahead.
I guess starts at this point is like, okay, what is happening? He'll crawl out from under and see that all his companions are gone and there's just a black hole in the carriage.
Yep, pretty much.
You would have heard Alpha say something about the library in a black hole.
Where is that?
Kasros will de-transform, I guess, and be like, alright, you only live once, and jump in.
Alright. Well, you guys find yourself on the end of a bridge. Think of it kind of like a big disc that you land on, and in front of you is a bridge spanning a huge chasm, and you see in front of you, well, first there's Dane staring around horrified at this place, and there is something coming towards you. It's another carriage, very similar to the one that you saw before, although this time it actually is black. And as you look around, everything around you is also black. Above you, there's like a whirlwind of yellow energy that's illuminating the place. And to all sides, it drops off. And there is something down below, but you can't make it out from where you're standing because you're focused on what's coming across the bridge in front of you. The carriage. Anyone want to look around, do anything, check stuff out, or just keep going?
Examine the yellow orb in the sky.
Do we have any idea or any group of people that might be surrounding him?
I can barely hear you. You might want to move closer to the mic.
Have it turned.
Is there any sign of Theseus?
No, you do not see any sign of him, though there does appear to also be a carriage moving away from you over the bridge. as well as the one moving towards you. So he may have been in that one.
Makes sense. So is the carriage moving toward us? Excuse me, bearing down on us?
It looks like it's just coming in normally, like a standard transport carriage like you would see in a town or to go to a formal, a living place.
Okay. How wide is this bridge?
It's decently wide, like 20 feet.
Okay, so we can just kind of stand to the side and let the carriage go by?
Yes, though you are on the end, kind of a circular platform. So if you're just waiting there, it continues down and then turns around you, and there is a skeleton driver that looks down to you and actually speaks in common. And he looks at you and says, come now, get in. If you're going to be here, you're going to be guests of Lord Ulramoth. I need to take you to the inn. Please come with.
Maybe he knows Chucky.
We're looking for a companion of ours, also from our realm. Did he happen to get in that carriage that just drove by?
Very likely. I was told there was going to be multiple guests today. I am simply one of the drivers.
All right.
Before we get in, can Castros look at the whirlwind yellow thing above us?
Sure, check it out.
It's an investigation check.
Yeah, if you want, go for it.
It's a 19.
Oh, you can tell that is magical. There is something there that it is just like pure arcane energy swirling around that's emitting this light.
Makeshift sun.
More or less.
That's all I wanted to check out.
Dan shrugs and decides to ascend into the carriage.
Okay. You get into the carriage and it is not lit at all. It is black. The only light that's coming in is through the windows coming from the outside.
On top.
You're getting on top?
Yeah. I'll ride on the roof, but I'm not getting inside.
Okay. You get on the roof and the skeleton spins his skull around, looks at you, says, "Oh, more comfortable up there. All right, as you wish. Just don't fall off." And he whips his head back around straight, snaps the reins, and you notice that he's snapping reins, but there is no horse. It's just moving on its own.
Like assumptions, maybe there's a horse there. Invisible horse. Give it credit.
What's Alpha doing?
I'm assuming he got in the back.
Ray,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
I joined you guys.
Okay. All right. So we all get on or in the carriage one way or another.
Yep. So you're riding along. It's incredibly smooth, though there is absolutely nothing holding this bridge up. It is literally just a bridge over the void. Think like in front of Asgard in the MCU, where there's Heimdall's place and then the big long bridge out to the floating island of Asgard.
Yep.
Just like that. Though you can see in the far distance there are other bridges that also go off to the side to this central town. The town is decently sized. It's the type that you'd see, say in the Midwest with 2,000 or so residents in it. But you see that it is literally all black. Like, you can definitely clearly make out everything, but it is black. And it stands over a void with something reflecting far below you that is also black. Illuminated, but black.
How much of a color palette in this place?
No. Just darkness.
Okay.
You don't want to... Okay. All right, well, you cross the bridge and you eventually get into town. And you pull up to a decent-sized building. This must be the hotel or the intake place. And the skeleton looks over at you and says, "Stay here. Here, get off here. Stay here. You will meet with Lord Ulramoth when you are sent for. Follow the rules. I will see you another time." And he clicks again to go forward, and the carriage moves away silently on its own. You're standing in front of the building, and the door opens.
You said to leave until we're called on, right?
Pretty much.
And to follow the rules, right?
Those are the two things he said.
One of Castros' things that he lives by is that some rules are made to be broken. If only I had wild shape left, I could
So,
sneak in.
does anyone actually come out, or is it just the door open?
The door opens, and you really get the feeling on the street of being watched, like all eyes are staring at you.
I'll probably be stopped immediately if we don't follow the rules.
I'm just not sure if the door opening is sending for us, or if we're expected to wait for someone to actually come close.
Well, I guess go ahead.
What if just out of spite, I close the door shut with Entangle?
You can try it.
The look Dane gave me. Sure, I want to try it. Why not? If I wanted to, I can burn it away again. It'll be fine.
Wasting your spell slot.
Nah. It's an 18 plus 9. I think that definitely works.
What you see is the vines of Entangle crawl up, spin around the door, and then they turn black and fall away to dust back at the ground.
Fun, this place.
The door is still closed, and then eventually it flies open, and there is an imp standing there looking very confused at you.
Alright, so it's some person, something.
What's up? What's up?
What are you doing out here? Come inside immediately.
Oh, okay.
Lame. Well, we were called for.
Yep.
It's another demon. Yay! I'm gonna speak Infernal at him.
Okay.
Cause
What do you want to speak to him in Infernal?
You gotta say something. You're gonna do it.
what's that? Nice farce, dude. Don't worry. Master's plans are coming along swimmingly.
He just looks at you like, okay.
It's been done on my end. It's been done on my end. After this conversation, we don't know each other.
He goes, right. Just come inside. And I'm assuming you go inside.
Yes, we go inside.
Okay.
I just wanted to fool with his mind.
Dane's about ready to knock Castros unconscious.
You don't know what Castro said. He was speaking in Infernal.
It doesn't matter. You're being silly. Anyway, okay.
In a crisis is the best time to be silly.
All right. Well, as you step through the door, you see that it's technicolored. Like, everything is bright and colorful and almost familiar. It looks like a very nice city hotel. And the imp turns and speaks to you all in common, and he says, welcome, welcome. This is the Chateau Weir. I have been instructed to take care of you as best as possible. There are a couple rules of your stay, of course. If anyone knocks on doors, windows, whatever, do not let them in. Someone might want to take a taste of you. You are all technically food here. Number 2, we all change shape at will, so please do not be disparaging towards things like houseplants. That's maybe one of my waitstaff. Now, I have also been instructed to give you dinner in a room. Do you have any allergies?
Not as far as we know.
Excellent, excellent. What food would you like? We have everything from all of creation available. Simply let me know, and I will put the order in through the kitchen.
Some dwarven ale and some meat off the bone.
Dwarven ale. Interesting. Yes, and, Yusa, what would you like over there? I'm assuming talking to Castros.
Only the precious berries from the forest that I was raised in.
Fresh berries from the forest. Yes, absolutely. And would you also like something to drink, much like your dwarven friend here?
And it better taste like a cave.
Yes, yes. Something that tastes like a cave. Well, we can flavor the piss ale with a bit of cave skunk. That should be to your liking. And who else do we have? Yes,
Alcohol.
you. Alcohol. That's
No
it.
alcohol.
Oh, no alcohol. Yes. All right. So simply cave musk in a jar. Gotcha.
Perfect.
Okay. And ma'am, Ray was it? I believe. What is it you would like?
Beer.
Okay. Yes. 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 We have the finest of. We call it the piss beer. It's made from the waters beneath the hotel.
Anything.
Okay.
Um,
And you,
Anyway.
my mechanical friend, may I interest you in anything? Well, I suppose I will come up with a bit of a surprise.
I was muted. I just realized that. Ha! I said, why, yes, I would love to meet your architects. This place is fascinating.
Oh, well, you'll have to go to the palace for that. I am simply authorized here to give you food and shelter, a safe place to stay for the evening. What would you like?
I would like to meet craftsmen.
Meat of craftsmen. Yes, I can get that for you.
Why,
All
thank
right,
you very much.
everyone, please come and sit in the formal dining room. As he perks up and kind of shuffles over, and you see this just brilliantly ornate formal dining room. Alpha, you would love it. This is really well put together, amazingly well built.
Ooh, fantastic.
All right, so everyone, I'm assuming you have a seat.
Mm-hmm.
I realize Castros, this is a little foreign to sit inside and formally have a dinner, but I'm assuming you watch the others.
Cool. Are there any house plants over here in this room?
Well, yes, there are the 5-gallon bucket style, the large pot ones with the rubber tree plants.
Just crouch beside one and stare at the table like it's a foreign object.
Nice. Well, the imp wanders over into the kitchen, and you hear some infernal cursing. And after a few minutes, trays of food start coming out, and it is exactly what you ordered. Every single one of you, and they start setting them down on platters, like greater proportions than you could actually eat. And Alpha, you particularly, a large plate comes out and it gets lifted up, and you see kind of like a turkey, that was legs tied together and stuffed. This is a gnome, one of the finest. You actually recognize the tools that were even left with him to be cooked. He was a high master craftsman, so you get the meat of a craftsman.
Morbid!
Fascinating.
Alpha, that's not necessarily a good thing. Oh, that's amazing. I like this place.
Are you telling me the babies explode, but inspecting a proper craftsman in his final form is disheartening? Fleshbags are weird.
Especially these flesh bags.
Well, see, babies exploding, like, upon birth, that's natural. That's natural order. This is a death and a recreation of, I suppose. It's much different. I'll explain it to you later in a different time and place.
Alpha proceeds to just inspect the tools and everything.
Is the imp still around, or is he gone?
They deliver everything, and then he leaves a little bell on the end of the table next to you and shuffles off through the kitchen door.
Okay. Dane's hungry, so he just tears right into his food.
You find that it is the best you have ever tasted.
So he's like, mouthful. He's like, all right, guys, kind of dig into this. Alpha, don't eat the gnome. It's just weird.
Alpha's just still. Alpha just ignores you because he's busy inspecting the tools.
Okay.
Castros will feed Jeremy first.
Okay.
And what does her skunk stuff taste like?
Oh, the cave monks. Like the cave musk.
Cave musk.
It is the perfectly balanced blend of moss and like a little algal pool and a slight breeze that comes from the depths of the earth.
Cave water.
To you, it is ambrosia.
Cave, sweet cave.
All right. Okay, so after I eat my fill, I'll ring the bell.
He comes waddling in quickly. Yes, sir. What can I get you?
Looking for one of our companions that came to this place right before us. Is he in the same hotel?
I believe you are speaking of the guest Theseus. No, he went straight to the palace. From what I understand, you will be going there tomorrow. Is there anything else?
Nope. For me, you want to show me to my room? I'd appreciate it.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Would you like a dessert? Anything to follow this meal?
Dessert are for hobbits.
I don't need any dessert. How about the rest of you guys?
Ray's
he-
not eating anything. This place just disturbs her.
Okay. He looks over at Alf and says, "Oh, I'm sorry this was not to your liking. Might I suggest a specialty from the kitchen? My apologies that your master craftsman was not to your taste."
Oh, I find it very fascinating. No need to apologize.
Yes, but you did not consume any of it. Let me get you something. Excuse me, Master Dwarf. I'll be right back. And he runs off and goes into the kitchen, and just a minute later comes out with a small dish that has a mound of what looks like a white, kind of a purplish powder in it, and it's got like a little bit of blue fire across the top. And he sets it down in front of Alpha and goes, "Here, the chef insists you try this. Apparently, this is just an absolute delicacy for the Warforged."
Oh, really? And Alpha gives it a try, not knowing exactly what it was.
You find it is amazing. Like, this is basically robot food. It is electrifying. It makes you feel like energetic and powerful, and it's like black truffles with dark chocolate and a touch of port.
Interesting.
Anyway, he looks very pleased and like, "Oh, good.
Very, very pleased.
He says, "Oh, thank you so much. This makes me so happy to see that."
Mm.
Now, Master Dwarf, I will be happy to take you to your room. It is just this way. And he signals you off to the side.
Okay. What do the rest of you do? You just gonna stay at the table?
Castros does not like bedrooms, as you know. He does not like sleeping in rooms. So he will be unsatisfied with any bedroom they offer him.
Oh, yeah, you should put a request in with the imp.
Should I? Make them figure it out.
Because otherwise you'll end up in the hall where most everything there considers you a food source.
Well, not inside the chateau. In the
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Fine here. I'm just gonna make them figure it out. I'll be unhappy and they must try to satisfy me.
okay.
I've been
So
bored for a while. I have to be nice to you guys. I can be mean to them.
all right, we'll come back and resolve Castros here in a minute. So first, Dane leads you to your room, which is a amazing suite. I mean, it is a dwarven kings. You feel almost didn't have it this good.
Perfect.
Yes, and he shuffles off. He goes back down to the dining room area, and he looks over. Madame Ray, would you like a room as well? So I could show you to your suite.
Ray still doesn't like this place, but she'll follow him to her room.
Okay. He leads you up to a room that is equally nice to Dane's. It is, we'll call it forest themed, but with a big canopy bed. All really nicely carved wood. It's really quite the place to be viewed. And I guess he sets off and goes back down and
Dismiss him.
talks to Alpha. And you, sir, might I offer you a room, or is there something else you desire this evening?
Well, I would just simply love to learn more about this place.
Oh, absolutely. If you'd like to come into the drawing room, we can speak about that. You could speak to one of the local scholars. I can make many resources available to you.
Oh, fascinating.
So he points you just to the next room over, and then turns to Castros. And he said, "And to you, sir, I seem to sense that we are not going to have a precise room to your liking, but we do have the garden veranda area. It is a enclosed greenhouse space that has several large plants in it, if that might be to your liking."
Wild creatures in there?
No, we try to keep the local inhabitants out, but it is definitely inhabited with many of the plant fauna of where you came from. Flora, I mean.
Castos will just give like a small nod, but like say nothing else. He still doesn't look completely satisfied. He's gonna make it hard for them.
Okay, well, he leads you over, and what you see is a huge, like as big as a normal residential house, glass greenhouse, all glass, and it is filled with a variety of common trees, plants, things. They're not trees, but like bushes, shrubs, flowers, things that you would expect from where you came from, all in here, basically made available for the various guests that might come through.
Does feel slightly like home, but unless a mockingjay yells in my ear at morning, then it's not gonna be perfect.
The imp, he goes, so you say that, and he says, "Oh, I can do quite the impression of a mockingjay. Would you like to hear it?"
If I know it's humanoid made, it won't be the same.
Ah, yes, I understand. Perhaps I can procure one before morning. I will put the request into the kitchen and tell them not to kill it.
I'll give him like a curt nod.
All right, now, let's see. So you guys are all kind of settling in. Let's jump over to Alpha sitting in the drawing room.
Oh, how fascinating.
So this is a Victorian English style drawing room, wood paneling, different paintings up on the wall, large sitting chairs that you can, have like your sifter of brandy and a cigar in type of feeling.
Very beautiful layout here.
What do you want to do? You want to just wander around, look at stuff, sit down? Like, what's your plan?
Oh, yes, wish to inspect this.
Okay, tell me what you're inspecting, and we'll go from there.
I'll have to see what the like, I guess the structures, the bookshelves.
Okay, you go over, roll an investigation.
Okay. 5.
They have books. There's a bunch of books. You want to look at anything else?
Trying to think what might be in this particular thing. Hmm. Is there anything else of note?
It just looks like a really, really nice room. There's the big hearth. There's the bookshelves on the side. The big cushy chair. It's just like a very nice sitting room.
Curious. Anything outside the windows?
You look out. Yes, there are some larger windows, and you look out, and what you see is that same kind of whirlwind sky above, and you see the swirls down below, that liquid and shadows within it.
Does anything look particularly off in this room?
Other than it seems out of place for the rest of the construction of the area, no.
Okay. Is there any inconsistencies in the construction? Like something that might
No.
indicate there's more here than meets the eye?
With your 5, you certainly don't find anything. If you want to try investigating again.
Yeah. Oh, I rolled a 9.
Yeah, you're don't really find anything. You're pretty much like, okay, this is a nice room. There's that stuff outside.
Okay. Not sure what else to do in particular here.
Well, the imp comes in after dropping off Castros at his little sleeping area, and has with him a sifter of something. It looks to be similar to the food that he offered you at the table, and walks over and sets it down on the table in the middle of the room, and then gives you a nod.
Why, thank you, Master Imp.
Oh, yes, gladly. Will there be anything else, sir?
Why, yes. Can you tell me more about the construction of this place? I am very curious about it.
Ah, yes. This place was built under the supervision of Ulramoth himself. You see, this entire realm is a carve-out, a place beyond other realms, a place that cannot be touched. Only the wisest and most powerful of entries are allowed to come here, as only they are the ones capable of surviving.
How fascinating. So what kind of entities, pray tell, do you actually have here?
Oh, we have everything. There are genasi and tieflings and demons and literally anything you can think of. We even have some skeletons that perform menial duties, though even they are the cleverest and wisest of their kind.
Fascinating.
Will there be anything else, sir? Or may I take my leave?
Oh, I do suppose I would enjoy more of this later, but for now I have no need. Thank you very much.
Ah, you're welcome. He bows and walks out through the door. And do you take a drink?
Ah, yes. This is delicious.
It is. In fact, you feel yourself. So, I guess if it was, say, Dane or one of the others, it would be extremely strong drink, like extremely strong alcohol. But to you, you're just like, whatever. But it's more like it works through you. You feel it almost like lubricating your body internally.
Lubrication.
So as you're sitting there drinking, you hear a tap 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 out on the window.
Oh, he goes and looks out the window.
You see a little tiefling girl standing there with what looks like might be a stuffed animal, though it's just kind of a big poofy body that she's holding under her arm. Think the thing that the rock guy was holding under his arm in Thor Ragnarok.
Oh. Hi, this is Crow. Sounds good.
Yeah, that guy. So she's standing there and looking at you, and she says, "Please let me in."
Alpha just wigs his finger, says, you didn't say the magic word.
She taps the glass again and wells up a little tear in one of her eyes. Please let me in. I cannot be found out here.
Alpha just cocks his head and says, fascinating.
She gives you a scowl and runs off and goes over to the garden area and starts tapping over there. Castros, do you hear it?
See, he climbed a tree immediately and is kind of observing the area.
Okay,
The worst places to try to have someone help her.
So what you see then is this little tiefling girl with both hands up, looking in, like tapping, trying to see if you're in there.
Anyway, so she's tapping on the window, like across the room, or is she on my side of the room? I've just climbed a tree.
Up to you. You know, just she's there.
Say she's closer to my side of the room, so I'll like look down at her and be like, "Sup?"
He looks up and locks eyes. Please let me in. Don't let him find me out here.
You need a good lesson in self-defense. I got you. Through the window, Casseros will start telling her how to use self-defense.
She gets angry at you, growls, and then disappears into the darkness. All right, so the night goes on. Nothing there happens. Alpha, do you eventually retire from the sitting room?
Oh, yes. I must go rejoin the others.
Well, you eventually can call, and he'll take you up to a place that you can, hang out, sleep, whatever. It's not the shared room with the others. It, your own space.
Interesting indeed.
So, Alpha, do you deactivate then?
Well, not so much deactivate, just go into a resting phase.
Cool.
All right, you rest,
But
and
it's staring out the window. There's a lifeless statue staring out the window.
okay, and all right. So that night, most of you rest pretty well. Ray, you have a vivid dream. You are taken back to a childhood being tormented and picked on for being different. Your parents concealed your true heritage from you, and different aspects of an ancient line started to present themselves as you're growing up. You get angry, you lash out, and eventually you run away, and this is what drives you to become an outlander. But you've never had a dream this vivid about your past before. Something about this place is bringing it to the surface.
Can Ray wake up in like a cold sweat? Because
Oh,
she
yeah.
don't want to have this dream. She don't want to be reminded.
Nope. Yeah, you definitely don't want that, but yeah, you definitely wake up in a cold sweat. But other than that, you are rested. So everyone take the benefit of a long rest. This was very rejuvenating to be here. Like, hey, you're at full health. The food was good. The place brings you back to 100%.
The joys of a long deactivation.
The choice.
Look at that girl didn't take my self-defense course.
Yes, you can. All right, so Dana wake up, get himself all roll out of bed, get himself all dressed, and
Are you the first to wake up?
should we roll to see who wakes up first?
That's up to you. If you want to do it that way, go for it.
Sure. Let's do that. Oh, I rolled a 20.
Castros got an 8.
I guess. What does Alpha get?
Alpha gets a 17.
Okay.
So, Dane wakes up first.
Yeah. And you go outside and you're met by the imp. Oh, excellent. You're up. Should we get the rest of your companions up as well?
I think that'd be a fine idea.
Excellent. I have to deal with a special request. Please take care of your other companion. I will be back shortly. And he points you towards Ray's room before shuffling off.
Go knock on Ray's door.
Ray will jolt out of her nightmare, realize that everything's all well, or as well as it can be, and groggily go and open the door.
Dane's like, "Morning, Ray. It's time to get up. See if we can find Theseus today."
I don't like this place, Dane.
It's unnatural, but what are you gonna do?
Close her door and get ready for the day.
Nice. Downstairs, the imp comes running into the garden area and he actually has a mockingbird in a cage that seems rather excited. And he holds it up as high as he can so that its song can be heard in your tree roost.
Alright, Castros will wake up, give a good stretch, and be like, ah, what a great way to wake up. Alright, thanks, dude. Good enough. You know.
Oh, I'm glad you're pleased. I'm taking it back to the kitchen to be prepared for breakfast. And he runs
Better
off.
not. Give it to me.
What? We can't release a bird in here. Are you kidding me?
Give me the cage. It's fine.
Oh, just the cage. Oh, of course.
No, just the cage with the bird in it.
Oh, okay. And he hands the whole thing over to you, looking very confused.
Saw your loophole there before he stopped you before you could use it. So Castros will nod and just hold the mockingbird in the cage and watch the imp go.
Okay, so you're standing there with the bird in a cage, and the emperor wanders off.
Yeah. And as soon as he's out, then I open the door to the cage and let the bird out.
Hey, it flies around and lands in one of the trees, I guess.
Perfect.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Great. All right, and I'll beat up the cage and toss it in the bushes. And if anybody asks, somebody tried to grab the cage out of my hands and it burst open, and the bird just went free. And I was like, you know what? This is what Gond would have wanted. So leave it, and I'll hum a little happy song as I walk out.
Just remember, don't take the Forge's name in vain.
Yes, of course.
What Gond would have wanted. That cage wasn't good enough for it.
Would you be more apt to invoke
A nature god? Oh yeah. But he doesn't want to use his he doesn't want to make an excuse with a nature god's name. He'll use Gond's name, but he won't use a nature god's name. He'll just say that cage wasn't good enough for that bird. It needed the big open one with better craftsmanship.
That's good enough for me.
He'll just happily walk out with Jeremy.
All right. I'm assuming someone goes and wakes up Alpha as well.
Not so much wake up. Alpha's been interesting, this inspecting things.
Ah, so you just kind of got up, you heard some ruckus, and you got up and started checking things out.
Oh, yes.
Right on.
Okay. To his party, acting very, very happy.
I assume you guys all get together for breakfast.
Yep.
Awesome. Much like the previous evening, he brings you whatever your heart's desire, serving a variety of delicacies from around creation.
Going to stick with sausage, bacon, and eggs.
Which he procures you. I mean, it's the freshest sausage that you've ever had. The bacon tastes like it was just cut off of a living pig. And the egg basically came warm from a chicken right into the frying pan.
Nice.
Okay. Thing I want to exploit here. Could I be served a raw dragon egg for breakfast? Not cooked, just a dragon egg.
A dragon egg, raw. That might be difficult. Would a worm egg be acceptable?
A worm egg?
Yeah, WYRM.
You know what? I'll take it, but just make sure it's raw. Don't cook it. Don't do anything. Just give it to me, and it'll be fine. I'll make sure it's taken care of. Yeah, raw. It's like protein, right? So.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Sure. He leaves and comes back, and it's about the size of a cantaloupe. And he comes walking out with it and sets it down, and it's on one of those little egg stands like they used to put hard-boiled eggs in. And it's a, white, large worm egg. There's a little, dabber, like a plastic, not plastic, the things they use to seal letters, with wax. Like one of those. Yeah. And you can see a little, it's on top, and you can see a little melted wax where it's been placed onto the top of the egg.
Okay.
Probably not fertilized, but Castros will, as soon as the imp walks away, he'll slip it into his satchel.
Okay. Is it a item of holding satchel?
No, it's a regular hide satchel, but he doesn't have too much in it.
Well, because I was gonna say, I mean, you're talking, cantaloupe size. That's pretty big.
Paint out the top just a tiny bit, but he'll cover it with leaves that he might have in there.
Put Jeremy on top of it.
Yeah, put Jeremy on top of it. He'll help incubate it. He'll help keep it warm.
Okay, yeah, sure. You put that in there.
Cool. If they ask where the shell is, I just tell them I ate the whole thing, shell and all.
And he looks confused. Even the handle I gave you to help hold it? Really?
Notice it was gone.
He's just like, oh, okay. You're gonna have an interesting morning tomorrow. Probably 2 magazines, but all right. Anyway, so yeah, the after a little bit, you hear a knock on the front door, and the imp walks over and cracks it open and looks outside, and there's a muted conversation. You can't really make out what's going on, but he eventually turns back to you and waves. Your carriage is here. Please come this way.
Causing chaos here.
We all file on out.
All right, you see the same black carriage with skeletal driver that you saw before, and he, gives you the classic toothy smile of a skeletal driver, and says, "Hurry! We must go to the palace."
Any extra clothing I can use to help cushion this egg.
Ray has a set of traveler's clothes.
If you'll spare with a cloak or something
I
from
can
that.
spare the rope of it. There you
Sure. He'll just wrap the egg up and try to cushion it as best he can in his bag.
Are you, and you're carefully keeping it upright and everything? You roll me a 1d20, and you can add, oh god, nature to it to see how well you do.
God! That was an 8.
As you're trying to wrap it up, you actually catch the top and pry the top of the egg open, and it spills a little of the white kind of mucus out onto your clothes.
Oh. Okay, how far open did it crack, though?
It opened an okay sized thing, say 3 inches.
See into the egg. If it's not fertilized, then we don't have to go through all this trouble.
Do an investigate. God, good lord.
The investinature.
Yeah, you're investigating your nature knowledge to see if you can recognize that it's fertilized. So let's just do investigate because you're trying to figure it out.
10.
Yeah, you don't see any indication. You're, not sure exactly what you're supposed to be looking for, but you're pretty sure it's not fertilized.
The Castros doesn't know that, so he'll be like, darn. Yeah, okay. He'll give up on it then. I don't think he could probably heal it from a 3-inch crack anyways, or a 3-inch hole anyways. So he'll but they're stuck in the carriage right now, so he'll just kind of hold it hold it behind his back, and once they get out, and he'll just toss it somewhere in the bushes.
All right, well, so you're sitting there with this thing kind of hidden behind you. You're a little forward, cramping up the cabin. And as you bounce through town, you notice various things. There's a merchant that's probably a genasi speaking with what looks like a tiefling and a demon. And there's behind him and around him glass jars with various glowing colors inside of it, green and blue and red. And you see other merchants selling things like clothing, outfits that appear to be made out of things like skin, and hats that are obviously made out of pressed hair. But you are on your way to the gates of a huge palace that sits at the center of all of this hustle and bustle. And you pull through the gate, come to a stop, and the gate and the door swings open almost on its own.
Okay.
You're here. You're in front of the palace.
Disembark from the carriage, and
Is there anywhere to put an egg?
you can maybe try and roll it underneath the carriage as you get out.
There you go. I'll just like carefully set it underneath the carriage. And just like,
Roll me a sleight of hand.
oh god. 11?
you go to set it down, and it just kind of rolls out, and the skeleton leans over, looks at it, looks at you, kind of shakes his head, and then the door slams shut, and the whole carriage takes off.
Okay. Oh well, I guess.
Exposing the egg so everyone can see there's the four of you and an egg.
You know what? It's whatever. That's not my egg. You have no proof. So we'll just. I'll just act ignorant. Like,
Okay.
That's what I say.
there's where'd that egg come from? Oh, someone must have dropped it from like the last carriage ride, and it just rolled out of the carriage. Uh-oh.
Very nice.
We're lost and found. Anyways.
All right. So unlike palaces that you're kind of used to, this one just has a big opening at the front, and from it down the middle comes walking a pretty tall, basically your tallest member plus another half, kind of almost demon looking guy. He just comes walking down in a big, not a stride so much as just like almost rolling as he walks. And he looks at you.
Come with me. Follow.
He turns and starts leading back the other way into the palace.
Sure.
Follow along.
So he takes you down this long corridor, and then there's a big double door. He reaches forward, swings it open, and he says,
Within is Lord Oramos. You are to speak with him directly. Go to the center of the chamber.
So is he a lord or a moth?
very good.
He is the lord of this realm. Go.
I wanted to say no to giant and buff demons.
This is your benevolent GM! And this is an ad break. Thank you for listening. Please join us at patreon.com/Azentuary, where you can sign up and ask us questions, which we'll answer in a monthly Q&A session. Or, at a higher tier, you can become an NPC that permanently is a part of our fantasy world. Or even higher still, you can get all of our merchandise as we invent it. Give us reviews, let us know what you think. All of it will be for sale eventually on Azentuary.com. But for now, if you could please support us, we're at patreon.com/Azentuary. And thank you for joining the adventure.
We go to the center of the room and wait.
Okay. After a moment, you see actually a relatively normal, what looks like a relatively normal looking human come walking in. And he goes and sits down at the front of the room. And he looks at you, goes, "So, what do you seek?"
Theseus.
Oh, Theseus. Yes. He was needed to bolster our defenses against the old ones.
Is it because the young ones explode?
No, that is not our concern here.
Fascinating indeed.
I can give you, Theseus, after a time, but we need him for now. You, on the other hand, you have other opportunities.
Other opportunities. Opportunities for what? What do you know about us?
Oh, a great deal. I have been watching you.
Are the old ones actually attacking your realm right now?
They are not, but they will be soon enough. You
See, they're-
see... Oh, go ahead.
I say they're actively attacking ours. I would think that we would need Theseus more than you do right now.
But you see, they are simply gaining power right now, preparing for that attack. You and your companions have a strange way of surviving them where others have not. You interest me.
I think it's mostly just been luck so far, and avoid.
And exploding babies.
I don't believe in luck. I do believe in the fate of certain adventurers. You see, these old ones, as you call them, are not escaping. They are in fact being set free. And I would like to assist you in stopping their release and turning them back.
Okay. In what way? Since you seem to be taking our best weapon.
Theseus is not a weapon. He is a tool. Just like he is aiding us, I may aid you, and he will rejoin you shortly.
What aid can you give us?
I can give you my blessing, the power of the Weir itself, granted unto mortals to the full extent that you could survive.
Not quite sure what that means. How does that?
Sounds weird. I apologize. I think this drink has been interfering with his functionality.
Oh god, you're like Vision with chewing gum.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god. Okay.
Anyway, so how is this going to strengthen us?
Oh, in many ways. My boon will make you more powerful. You will be able to withstand more force. You will be blessed with the luck of the Weir, and I can guide you to artifacts of great power.
Oh, perfect. Sounds good.
Artifacts do sound helpful.
All right. Yes. I will take your boon.
Excellent. Will your companions be joining you?
I'll only take your boon if you give it to Jeremy too.
Granted. Okay, so that takes care of Dane and Castros. What about Ray and Alpha?
Well, as they say, a boon full of sugar helps apocalypse go down.
Not gonna deny that one.
I'm guessing that's a yes from Alpha.
Why, naturally. Why, forever not?
I'll agree with the rest of us. I mean, don't really have a reason to not agree.
Right on. So he waves his hand, and from the ground rises a book, a big tome that opens up, and a quill comes rising up off the page before you. And he looks at you and says, "Sign upon the X to initiate our contract."
Contracts change things.
Yes. What kind of a contract are we talking about here?
Well, do you want to just read it? I mean, basically, if you... Is there even a reading roll? I guess you'll have to read it to... Was it Ray?
To read it to Ray.
Yeah. But you can read it. It's basically, it says that you are sent out on a mission to stop the old ones, and you have to defeat the boss. And you have 1,000 days to do this. In exchange for your participation, you will be receiving this boon that makes you stronger and more fit for the task.
If we don't complete in 1,000 days.
Your soul becomes forfeit to the Weir, and you join the piss, the swirl of souls under the town.
Is.
Well, I mean, 1,000 days, that's basically 3 years. If we don't take care of this in 3 years, not
We'd be
gonna be
dead
much.
anyways.
Yeah, exactly. So, alright. Date.
You're right.
Doesn't
If
seem-
everything's gone, I won't be able to be reincarnated as an animal anyways. So.
Yeah. So, Dane will read the contract, he'll read it to Ray, and then he'll kind of shrug and sign.
Okay, you sign through, and he. Excellent. Now, you should be feeling yourself get stronger already. Let me tell you this. From what I understand, the boss, as we have been calling him, cannot be killed by any normal means, as he has found a way to cheat death itself. But I believe you will come up with something. You will put a stop to him and end these old ones' reign of terror.
Leaving out the details until after the contract is signed.
Okay.
Okay.
So everyone, because you signed, you can increase any stat by 1.
Okay.
So like strength, intelligence, wisdom, whatever, you can increase that by 1. And as a blessing of the place, you all get the Infernal Constitution and Bountiful Luck. So basically, with the Constitution means you can withstand like poisoning and fire and stuff, with advantage. And the Bountiful Luck is if you roll a nat 1, you can re-roll it and take whatever value you get.
Nice. It'll actually come in really handy.
Ray is going to increase her intelligence by 1, so hopefully now she can read.
Does that take you to 10?
No.
No. I think I'm pretty sure you have to have like an int of 10 to read.
At least need to have 10, so you're not there yet.
You definitely feel like, what is it? The Tin Man, when he got a brain, though, you suddenly start quoting things that you don't understand and you think that you're smart.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jeremy gets that too, and I'll have to change his character sheet later.
Yep. I just have this hilarious, vision of Ray spouting off, the Pythagorean theorem with no clue of what it means.
There you go. Kind of like it. Yeah. Alright, cool. Excellent. I'll have to figure out what stat I'm going to want to increase. So I'll dig into that later.
Hey. We still can't get Theseus right now.
Nope.
No.
Wait, so can you direct us to any weapons that might actually hurt these old ones?
You know, of course, of Theseus's sword. Or at least, I understand you have heard of it.
Yeah.
It is the greatest weapon that has ever been forged in the mortal realm. You must find it, first and foremost. Secondary to that, there are 4 treasures of somewhat equal power. Their exact whereabouts has been lost to the eons, though I can tell you where to go to at least find reference to them.
Okay.
Have you heard of the Great Library?
I believe we've been there, yeah.
Yes.
You know where it is.
Yes.
Excellent.
It's a long way away.
There, within its walls, you may find the location of all of the old artifacts. But do not get distracted. You must find Theseus's sword.
Okay.
Okay.
Is there anything that we can take that will actually help us survive the crushing depths of this ocean?
The people of the water have a way to get down there. You must speak with them, trade with them, convince them that you are worthy of going beneath the waves.
Follow the plan then.
Okay.
No problem. All right. When can we expect Theseus to come back to help us?
Theseus will be joining you in one moon's time.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Well, thank you. Thank you very much for your boon. I believe we're ready to go back.
We'll try use it the best to our ability.
Excellent. He waves his hand up in the air and the door swings open behind you. Says, take the carriage out to the portal at the far extreme of the city.
Okay.
All right.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, we'll do.
Okay. So, guess we'll go back.
Yep. So we'll wander on out and head towards the carriage.
All right. So you guys go out there and you see another standard carriage that you've seen many times before. You get inside and it starts off. It takes you back through town and begins over the long bridge. And just really quick, a quick thing on the fortune's favor or whatever it is, bountiful luck. I just want to. What it says here is when an ally you can see within 30 feet of you rolls a 1 on the d20 for an attack roll, ability check, or saving throw, you can use your reaction to let that ally re-roll the die. The ally must use the new roll. So it only works when you guys are with each other and have the ability to see each other within 30 feet.
Good to know.
Got it.
Okay. Just a note for future mechanics, I guess, more than anything.
No, actually, that's a very good note because Castros does have this tendency to wander off. So.
Yeah, totally.
Group, cut him some slack.
Yep.
He has his moments.
And yeah, with the other one, the infernal constitution, resistance to cold, poison, and I'm going to say fire as well. And you have advantage on saving throws against being poisoned, which I guess Dane already has anyway, but
Oh, the Dwarven Constitution.
yeah.
Cool.
I guess you get advantage on your advantage.
Oh, nice. Does that mean I get to roll like?
I think it would mean 3, yeah.
Well, with the way I roll, I could use all the help I can get.
All right, so you get carried off. The wagon takes you through town all the way back out to that landing pad. And there's basically like it looks like a Stargate, circle of stones with the water in the middle. And he points you towards it. Says, all right, there's your way out.
All right.
Hoo-hoo.
Yep.
Mm.
Dane starts singing as he heads towards the gate. Hi ho, it's adventuring we go. Blah 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 blah. All right.
So, cool. Well, you jump through and you find yourself flying out of the door of the coach back in the material realm. And when you turn around and look back at the coach, you see the darkness is gone and you can see right through it. It is no longer a transport vessel. I mean, it is a transportation vessel, but it's not a portal.
Yeah,
Got it.
the portal has been closed.
Yes.
Way is shut. Only the dead may pass.
Castros will just smile to himself, thinking about how they're gonna catch that mockingbird.
All right.
I'll keep him chipper for the rest of the day.
Nice. And all of you suddenly feel kind of an itching, burning on your neck.
Is it a mark, like a tattoo of contract?
Yes, it suddenly appears.
Yeah. I'm smart. I know Faustus' story. Alright, so, yep, we have been marked by demons. Cool.
Yeah,
I'm gonna wear it like a
Great.
badge of pride.
well, funnily enough, it's kind of weird that the underworld is willing to give us more help than the celestial realms.
That's kind of funny. You're not wrong.
Okay, well, I guess we continue our way back to town because we have those crystals. We need to find that one island to the southwest of us to go talk with the water people.
Yep. Let's go.
Okay. You make your way back into town, and it's dark. I mean, it's late.
Okay,
Hmm.
well, we try and find an inn or something.
Looking around, you do eventually find a place that still is open. Looks relatively dead inside. But, ships come in all hours, so they're willing to accept you. And, hey, got one room left. You guys want it?
Yep, we'll take it.
Cool. So you go upstairs, you find one bed, and you could probably fit 2 people in it.
Then I'll just curl up on the floor.
Well, Alpha
Okay,
probably needs a bed.
I say Alpha probably would just stand there.
Yeah.
And Castros doesn't like beds.
Yeah, he'll go find a potted plant to sleep in again.
Okay, so yeah, Castros. I had this crazy vision of a thatched roof, and you're like, I'm gonna go sleep on the roof.
He'd probably do it too.
No, it's not the same. Roofs are man-made. I need plant.
Yeah, well, they're thatched, which is with plant material. But,
Same.
mice, rats, bugs, all probably make their home in the roof, so.
That was a
Yeah.
quality.
That means you what?
It just means I have friends.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
All right, so you make friends with the rats of the roof, and Dane curls up on the floor. Ray crawls into bed, and Alpha just stands there, all creepy looking.
Hold my
Is-
can.
I cannot.
Just humming to himself. Na 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 rat man.
Oh, my thought immediately was the episode of TNG when Picard and Data visit Romulus, and Data just stands there staring at him, and Picard's like, "Can you not do that? Go over there."
You just hear through the ceiling like Castros like talking to the rats.
Normally, this would all deter Ray for a good night's sleep, but after hanging around with these bozos for who knows how long it's been, she just falls fast asleep.
Getting used to it. All right, cool. So, make it through the night.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're in a basic town, so yeah, it's really not a problem.
Okay. So get up in the morning and we'll eat our breakfast and then we will break our fast and then head down to the docks to see if we can procure a boat to that island.
All right,
I thought the
you.
pull is too short. Why do you wish to break a fast?
These it's a cultural thing. They're alpha. When you sleep through the night, you tend not to eat anything, so that's basically calling fasting. And then when you wake up in the morning, you eat something, which is known as breaking your fast from sleeping through the night.
I see.
All right.
So, anyway, all right. Off to the port we go. Let's go find a boat, guys.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Boat
Hopefully
time.
not a horny gnome boat like last time.
Hopefully
Well, that
not.
wasn't last time. It was a few times ago. But yeah, hopefully not a horny gnome boat.
He
Well,
was a sad gnome. Not. I mean, yeah, he was kind of horny, but he's really a sad gnome more than anything.
Uh-huh.
he came off as horny. But that's all right. We'll
He was
Well,
masking his pain.
He just wanted a cute elven girl.
Yeah.
the next time we'll have Alpha offer his services.
Alpha did.
Okay,
He
you
turned him down.
Yeah, he was.
Nobody wants a love machine. He doesn't work for nobody but them. Yeah, baby.
Dane had just taken a drink of something when you said that, and was trying not to spit it out. Like, ah.
Funny.
Yes, yes, you did, Alpha. Good job.
It must be this infernal boon. Those drinks were delicious.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
We'll turn you into organic yet, Alpha.
Oh,
Metaphorically speaking.
I thought we were friends.
Alright.
Oh my god. Alright.
Alright, let's go.
Let's focus on our mission, guys. Let's find a ship.
Find a boat, find a boat, find a boat.
All right, so you guys go down to the docks. All right, this is going to be a tough one. I need you to roll me for searching. You guys are all searching around trying to find someone. So make some rolls. Tell me what you get.
Investigation? Tell us.
It's more of a persuasion.
Persuasion.
I got a 3.
Yeah, you're not lucky in this at all. You don't find anyone. They're just all scoff at you. Like, yeah, we don't go there.
I got a 17.
You got a 15, you said?
No, Castor Scott 17.
A 17. Wow. Hold that for a moment. Let me hear the others really quick.
There you go, then.
Okay, and Alpha?
Alpha for persuasion?
Yeah.
Let's see here. I have negatives on that. No, I have plus. Ooh, because he can be persuasive. 10.
10. You are also not successful. The only person who is successful is Castros.
No.
Yep. Now, Castros, part 2 of this is roll me another 1d20.
Just 1d20?
Yeah.
I forgot, actually. Hold on. Alpha has, because of his Way of the Dragon, he can re-roll on persuasion checks. Oh, 17.
You're hanging out with Castros. How about that? But I'm going to have Castros roll the one.
The second roll was an 8.
Your second roll was an 8. Okay. So you find a half-orc captain to talk to.
Dope.
And just... Actually, really quick, I'm going to have some fun with this. Alpha, roll me a 1d20. Just tell me what you get.
11.
11. Awesome. So you find what looks like another Warforged. And you immediately start talking to them, and you get invited to go onto their ship. But when you get there, things don't look right. Like, everyone is confused why there's these 2 Warforges. And then once you get on board, the guy looks at you and says, "Oh, that's simply because I did this for you." And he shifts and turns in to a Goliath and says, "See, I can just change my shape at will." And this horrifies you. And you're just completely confused, and you run off and go find Castros.
Organic blasphemy! How dare they take the works of Gond in vain?
That's funny.
Aw. Alright, so I guess we're going with half-orc here.
Yeah, so you find a half-orc captain And he... If I can find this, boom. Goes by the name Broth.
Broth? Okay. How you doing, Broth?
Beatles was taken.
I was thinking more along the lines of chicken.
Yes, it is. Although, yeah, it is a rather ironic name for a captain to be named Broth, since he sails over the sea, which could be a
Right.
hot tub or a soup, depending on the number of dead creatures in it.
Yeah, very nice.
All right.
Well, if you think about it, the only difference between chickens having a hot tub and chicken soup is if they're alive or dead.
Right. Well, I would think the temperature of the water has something to do with it as well.
Well, you can have like a gazpacho, like, a cold soup.
Ooh, cold chicken soup? That sounds like salmonella in a can.
Well, you cook it first and then let it cool.
All right. And then, so will does he agree to take us to that island?
Oh, he meets, sorry, I guess we should play this out. He meets with you and he,
You want to head south out there, huh? Well, I don't exactly get a lot of call for it. You understand it's going to be a one-way trip. I'm going to be able to drop you off, but certainly not stay around, and I don't know if me or anyone else is going to be coming back that way.
Things will play out well. But if you will give me just a bit of time to think it over, can I go reconvene with the other members of my party?
he says, well, here, timing-wise, let me see what the time's at.
Because, yeah, we got about 7 hours before the tide changes.
I will come back very, very soon. And Castros runs off to find the rest of his party.
Well, you find Alpha immediately running towards you.
Organic blasphemy! The heathens!
Alpha, calm down. What's wrong?
Bastardization took the works of God in vain. He went from a proper structure to an organic.
Oh, Alpha, that sounds truly awful for you. I'm sorry. Do I need to kill somebody?
I am beginning to see the value of these old ones wishing to eliminate these disgusting things. So much more progress can be made once the slate is wiped clean.
I mean, I can't argue if they're there, but tell you what. After we do the old one stuff, if we happen to see that person again, and you can recognize them and point them out to me, I'll kill them for you. How about that?
Oh, excellent.
Alright. So let's go find Dane and Ray. Go run and find them.
Okay. Are you guys easy to find?
I would assume I'm still wandering around the docks trying to find someone to talk to.
Ray is the same. So we'll just...
Alright, so it takes like an hour or so to, find the last two of you, not having any success, but so you keep going, so it's a little harder to just, walk down the boardwalk, say, and find you.
Mhm.
Right.
So.
I'll let them know, hey, we got a ship, but it's a one-way thing, and he's not gonna come back there, probably, and no other ship will. You have to make sure that if we're gonna go, we're ready for it. I think
Well,
the Lord said that trading would be a good idea. I think we should probably get some valuables on us that they might want to trade for.
they want the crystals that we already have.
Okay, well, there we go. But just in case, we could get some other things.
Man,
Yeah.
What? Go ahead.
I was gonna say, you don't want to go pick up anything else?
Yeah, like, if it's a one-way trip, I say we should grab anything we might need. Just in case.
I'm glad you have in mind.
Well, it's a big town. Go to market, see if you can't find anything that you think they'd appreciate. That one apothecary / shipman that you talked to before said something about them taking like a relic or an artifact they had on them, so they might like either old things or shiny things.
magical things, most likely,
Yeah.
which we probably can't afford.
You're right. Ray needs to pick up some stuff from market.
All right. Well, I guess
There you
you
go.
go there first. You got to realize we got about 5 or so hours, and the tide's going to change, and we're going to miss
Yeah.
our ride. So,
All right, how about this? You three will. I don't need anything, so you three run off to the market and see what you can get. I'll tell you this is where you need to meet the half orc. I will stay with him and let him know. Okay, yeah, we're leaving, and that kind of thing. Just
all right, sounds good. Ray, what do you need?
I need a sprig of spruce. She needs spell ingredients. Okay. So I will run back to the half orc, let him know that, alright, game's on. Just give us a bit of time to get back here, and I'll chill with him while you guys see what you can find.
All right. So we head to the market. What do we see there?
Oh, it's not a huge market. I mean, this is just a small port town. You've got an animal dealer. You've got your apothecary that you dealt with before. There's the general merchandise guy. Not much else. Little grocer.
All right.
Is there anywhere that would sell plants? Apothecary. Spell
Now
name.
the apothecary shop might have some stuff.
Alrighty, I'll search there.
Oh, hey, you're back. How'd it go?
Making progress.
Were you able to get those crystals?
Yes, we were.
Oh, wow, that's a good job. Yeah, you did it. You didn't get eaten. I'm impressed. Hey, I'll pay handsomely for one of those.
No, we need them for the water people.
Oh, damn safs. All right.
What else do they like?
Oh, geez. There's an old saying about dealing with the safs. They want, what is it? Something old, something new, something borrowed, and something blue.
Got it. Good to know.
That's just a saying. Who knows? They're a bunch of dirty safs living out there in the water. Who knows for sure?
All right. Well, I'm gonna go to the market. Oh,
Yeah.
Ray, what do you?
Do you guys have any sprig of spruce? I asked the shopkeeper.
Bruce, around these parts, that's pretty hard to come by. I might have some shavings. Definitely don't have a sprig.
Well, I guess that's... Alright, do you have any mistletoe?
A mistletoe? Bane of the gods themselves. Yes, I do have some. You know how dangerous this is.
We asked how is mistletoe dangerous?
He says,
It's so dangerous you can't even hear how dangerous it is.
mistletoe, you don't know? That's what killed the god Balder himself.
How? We don't have
Spike
time.
of it pierced him. A spike of it pierced him, right through the eye into his brain. Killed him instantly.
Nice.
Well, I'll be turning this into ash, so I don't think we'll be in any danger.
Mistletoe, you are strange. Hold on a moment. He goes up and sifts through a bunch of things and pulls it down. And he says, well, here's a little bit I happen to have in a jar.
I'll take that.
Okay, well, I mean, it's kind of old, so I'll just give it to you for a gold piece.
All right. Meanwhile, Dane's going to the general store and kind of look around and see what he sees.
Well, there you are again, my good old dwarf friend. How did it go out there on that mining expedition you went on?
Well, we survived. Hey, do you happen to have any cool old artifacts or anything colored blue or anything like that?
Well, I got this here blue paint. We can make anything blue in the store you need.
Tell you what, let's start with old artifacts. Do you have anything like that?
Artifacts. Let's look around. Yes, I've got here a, let's see.
here's a miner's pick from. Oh, this is the Great Gold Rush of. Oh, I think that was 36. So let's see. That would make it my great grandpappy's generation. I'll make you a heck of a deal on this. I'll sell this one to you for only 3 gold pieces. 3 gold pieces for this old pickaxe right here.
No, no. Not quite what I'm looking for.
Okay, let's see here. He rustles through and finds, oh, here's an old oil burning lamp. This here lamp's got one of them fancy carved lenses in it. It focuses the light from inside. Don't make them like this anymore. This is an old glazer style that's lost to time.
Keep that one in mind. Do you have anything that's kind of odd or curious or possibly magical in nature?
Odd, curious, and magical. Odd, curious, and magical. Let me see. Well, back in the corner here, we've got this, ooh, I know. This is a death mask from the Simians. You know, the monkey people that live way down on the southern isles.
How much is that?
Oh, that one's really rare. I couldn't let that one go for less than 5 gold pieces. 5 gold pieces for the mask.
Sure, why not?
Okay. Well, you make a deal with him. You have a simian death mask.
Okay. Hopefully that won't have negative affect my chances of dealing with these. Okay.
Well, like,
Wait,
it's
is it a mask for dead simians, or is it a mask that looks like a dead simian?
well, it was a mask that was taken from a dead simian and looks like a dead simian, I guess.
So it's both.
I mean, you've seen a death mask.
Yeah. While they're marketing, then Castros is gonna take like the shards of gemstone that he got earlier and kind of like fashion it with leaves and vines, so, like to make like a little collar for Jeremy out of it.
Okay, right on. Roll me. I
Crafting.
don't know what that would be. Yeah, crafting, I guess.
Please be good crafting. Where's crafting? Never mind, crafting doesn't exist.
Oh yeah, it's we rolled d20 plus dex for that.
Got it. Nat 20, baby!
That is a flawless, beautiful necklace. It is gorgeous. It is just perfection.
And I'm
John
giving
would be proud.
Yeah, Alpha
John,
sheds a little
you're
tear.
I know my way around leaves and vines.
Yes, apparently.
Yeah. I like how like you're like, oh, that's just a flawless, like beautiful necklace. I'm like, thanks. It's for my sloth. Alright. Yay. You happy with that, Jeremy?
All right. Is there anything else in the store that looks interesting?
He's got a skeleton of like a 2-headed lamb.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't think I'll pass on that. All right, so I will take my leave with the simian death mask and head back to the ship.
Okay. Sounds good. All right, you guys go down and you make it in time. The ship is making final arrangements to leave, and you get on right before they pull up the loading plank and set off with the tide.
Is that the captain there?
No, I tried to find a simian to use for the death mask for you.
Okay. Got it.
Neato. Alright, onward! Through the seas!
Yes, you set out leaving. I have, just for fun, as you go out to sea, you on a random encounter roll just because I wanted to see what would come up. Ooh. An abandoned yet undamaged ship floats in the water, far out in the waves. Aboard, you see a single man crawling across the deck, scratching runes into its surface.
We pointed out to the half-orc captain's attention. What does he do?
He raises an eyebrow and goes,
Yeah, if you guys really want to stop, that's fine, but I'm not going over there.
You don't want to see what kind of cool loot this dude might have?
He's not signaling for help. We are but ships passing in the water.
Smoke on the water.
I will abide by your wishes there, Captain.
Yeah, he's probably just doing some magic stuff if he's scraping runes. So none of our business.
hold on. Well, you keep cruising along for a while, night falls, the next comes up. It takes a few days to get moving along towards your destination. God, I'm having a hard time with words tonight.
Words are hard.
Yeah, apparently. Geez. Anyway, I'm trying to find my map really quick as I'm talking is the other reason. Because I'm trying to see exactly where you guys are at in the world. Ah, okay, there it is. All right. You head south first and then to the west. After several days, you see a jut of land. It appears to be desert and extend quite far inland, though you do see in the shadowy distance, hundreds of miles off possibly, a line of trees and mountains behind that. The captain points and says,
There. That is your destination.
The trees? Or just the desert right there?
the desert sands, that's where you're going.
Okay. Alright. Does he have a longboat that we can get in? Or is he gonna just kind of sail?
He gets you as close as he can, drops anchor, and then has two of his orc crew, or half orc crew, take you ashore in one of his boats so you can get off, and then he can get his boat back.
Let's go.
Just to check. I like making sure, see how things go. Well, here, I gotta do my check right. Roll me, it's not just anyone, roll me a 1d20. We gotta do a comparison to mine to see how it comes out.
17.
Oh yeah, you're successful. You land on shore without a problem. And you pull the boat up, you get off, and it takes a few minutes, and the half orcs just kind of give you a nod, push the boat back out to sea, and paddle away. You look around, and you are on the shore with desert behind you.
Strange land.
Yep, nothing but dunes and dune grass and ocean as far as the eye can see.
Opportunity to learn about desert animals.
Did they give us any kind of indication about where the sea people live?
He just said this is the legendary area. He didn't know anything else beyond that.
Okay. Well, I guess let's tell you what, Dane's going to fish out one of the crystals and kind of hold it in the water a little bit to see if maybe it might give off some kind of emanations that might actually attract one of the sea people.
Ooh, roll an Arcana check.
Let's see here. Do I get anything on that?
Probably.
I get a plus. Okay. Let's see what I get. Oh God. 7.
Yeah, you don't get anything.
Of course not.
If you need to, casters can turn to a sea animal and do like a little scout little scouting mission.
What kind of a scene?
It can be a reef shark, because we saw one.
Well, there you go.
You want me to just turn into one, dive in the water, and look around a bit?
Sure.
Cool, let's do it. Castorus will turn to a reef shark.
Okay.
That is a 19 to transform, so I'm assuming all goes well.
Yes, flawlessly.
So he'll just wade into the water and then become a shark.
Oh, do you hand off Jeremy before you do that?
Yes, I will hand out off Jeremy first. Take care of him. And so he'll just look around, go as deep as a reef shark can.
Okay, you're swimming around, and what you find are basically cobblestone roads. They seem to be somewhat overgrown by seaweed and, run over with sand and stuff, but there's quite a lot there. There's definitely, roads that are well underwater.
No sign of any sap yet, though.
No life otherwise. No scent. I mean, there's fish and stuff. Trying to think of the right way to say that.
Seems kind of fishy to
Do
me.
you want to check and see if it's those cobblestone roads, if they are surrounded by an air bubble or if they're just completely underwater the entire time?
Yeah, okay. I'll investigate the roads and kind of follow them a bit.
Well, you are somewhat near the shore, so as far as you can tell, there are only ones that are they're just regular, like the sea level rows and covered over the roads.
So there's to follow them for a bit, see if they might lead anywhere.
You get out, and it takes you pretty far into the deep water, and you basically get to a point where you can't go any further, but you can see the roads continue on down into the depths, and there is, at the farthest extent of your vision, a little glowing light.
Do I happen to see any other creatures around that could go to a deeper depth than I can as a reef shark?
Sure. I mean, yeah, you run into some transitional fish as you proceed.
Transitional fish. Okay.
I don't know, things that go deeper than a reef shark.
Cool. So he'll take note of
Sorry,
that.
I'm not a marine biologist. I don't know.
You're good. I'm not one either. So you actually looked up actual reef sharks?
I did.
Because in D&D it doesn't say how, what the limit is for depth. It just says you can breathe underwater. But apparently they can go 3,300 feet.
Jeez. All right, that's fascinating. Really not what I expected. I thought they were much shallower than that.
They are mostly found in depths less than 200 feet. However, they've been known to dive to 1,000 meters, 3,300 feet. But
Okay.
according to Google.
Cool. Well, I didn't expect them to be able to go so deep, so how about we just say that it didn't quite make it that far? You were going at... Oh, man. Here. All right, I found a good chart. All right, so your base... So I assume you would be at the top, the epilogaic zone. Oh, God, I can't pronounce these things. So you're up there. You would need to turn into, say, a broadbill swordfish or something to be able to go down into mesoplegic, or even the squids that go down into that area. And that takes you into 1,000 meters, and then if you became a devil ray or a bristlemouth fish, then you could get down into the 2,000 meter.
Again, I also look for a fish that can go deeper. Just to kind of...
Yeah, so I'm sure you'll see them. I mean, you're out there far enough, you're going to be able to get kind of deep and then see the ones that are in the upper range of their limit and see stuff that can go way deeper.
I won't turn into any another thing right now. I'll just kind of head back up to the surface and relay what I saw.
Perfect. So you go and tell the others that while you were down there, in the depths, you saw that these roads do continue on. It looks like there was something like a complex network of roads that have now disappeared or been swallowed up by the sea.
Tell them if they want me to, I can actually go even deeper right now if they need me to.
No, we just need to find a way to signal these people.
True, so...
And
Probably
you didn't see anybody, so...
you could fashion, like, a sash for, like, if we could just make some leaves and vines, we could make a little bag to hold, like, a gem in, and I could swim down and, like... I don't know.
I don't know.
I could just carry it in my mouth. I don't know
I
if
was thinking
they...
we could also fashion something, some kind of a light,
There you go.
possibly, or something that looks out of the ordinary that might attract their attention.
I was gonna say, I don't know if they can tell if I'm an actual sea creature or not.
Probably not.
Probably not. Let's see here. I can't cast anything that would help. But anyways, so if you guys will figure out how to get a light source on me, then I
Alpha,
can go deeper.
is it possible you can construct something that would glow underwater?
I'm trying to think, like, what we have available. Like,
You could use your hands to burn glass, make a globe kind of thing. Like a glass globe, and you could put a
which
fire
is-
in it.
Still need a light source.
yeah.
You can make a lantern that's watertight.
But then how would it burn? If it's watertight, it has to be airtight.
So you would need something that's kind of magical that would just glow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do the crystals glow? Or no?
I don't know. I would prefer not to, potentially waste the crystals. We only have a couple of them, so.
Yeah.
Well, how about, is it possible we can make something that would send out sound waves underwater? I mean, maybe even a really big horn that we could kind of, blast. I mean, I'm just looking for something that might as a signal.
Spells, but I can't actively cast spells while underwater. I was gonna say Thunderwave would work, but that's an instantaneous thing, so I can't cast it while I'm actually a thing, while I'm actually a creature. I could do Call Lightning. Okay, I can do Call Lightning.
I think that'd be a bad idea.
Yeah, you're right. Or Conjure Animals, maybe? But
You're Aquaman.
Yeah, kinda.
oh, it's more so I make Fae that take on the appearance and stats of animals.
How about we consider this next time, and we leave you guys standing on the beach getting a report that there is something underwater, the desert behind you, and many options ahead.
Sounds grand.
Thanks for all the fish.
So sad
that it would come to this.
This has been an Azentuary LLC production. Find us online at azentuary.com for our character bios, merchandise, Patreon, and more. Thank you for listening.